to sing. And we have people like the Reeves that play and sing for us. I told Ronnie that it had been a while since I had posted or reposted the recordings that the devotions made many years ago, and I did that. That's on my Facebook page. Again, I had to scroll down a little bit now, post things all the time, and pushes everything down to find the devotions. Ronnie says that wherever they would sing and whenever they would sing, they always would start out by singing, "Keep your eyes on Jesus." Danny started feeling a little poorly, not so much feeling better, but just having laryngitis and some bronchitis and coughing and so forth. It's the time of year for colds and flu. But asked me if I would sing, so evidently he caught me in a strange place. But I've got a song today that's a little bit unusual, but it's one that I've been singing, wanted to hear. So evidently, sometimes when things like that happen, I say, well, maybe that's what God wants me to sing. I don't believe in coincidence. Danny and Terry Ward are under the weather today. I got a message from Terry this morning saying that they were sick as well. I got a text, I found a text this morning from Wes Ward. He says they live up in Tennessee, and they had some tornadoes up there last night, and he says that they are fine in spite of the bad weather. There are lots of people who had some bad weather. So Randy told me this week that his Miss Tangela, who helps take care of his house over there, that her mother had a spell and fell and hurt herself this week. So remember Miss Cosby's mom. There are those that I know that you're praying for. Always keep Ned and Betsy Stevenson in your prayers. They almost always join us through electronic means. Henry and Linda Crow. Donna Serta had a birthday last Sunday, and we had the Lord's Supper, so we didn't announce that over the airwaves. But I reached out to Donna on Facebook and wished her a happy birthday. I hope she had a good week, Donna Serta. Got one more birthday coming up in December. Got some pictures of me at Christmas. Christmas was lots of fun, and then they brought somebody else into the family, and it kind of had to start sharing everything. I got lots of pictures of me, just me and Christmas. Wow. It's good to have a little brother too. But my mom and dad went to church when they were little, but we didn't go to church much when we were little. We didn't have much church. We thought of my grandmother as our resident religious person. She's always talking about Jesus and always talking to Jesus and singing. She seemed like little mom had enough Jesus for all of us. I think maybe that's what we thought, that we're covered. She certainly prayed for us a lot. But because of that, well, we always had a wonderful Christmas. My mom and dad didn't have, well, if they had some pecans and an orange and an apple at Christmas time, well, they just thought that was wonderful. For them, I guess it was. They were very poor. Maybe they didn't know that they were poor. But sometimes just, we have all kinds of fresh fruit and vegetables at our market. Those kind of things were not available for most people back then in the 30s, 40s, and 50s, or before. And, we talk a lot about the meaning of Christmas and what Christmas is about. Well, I know that very well, and I came to understand when I became a Christian that Christmas was about the birth of Jesus. But I already had some thoughts and some feelings about Christmas that have stayed with me, and things that I really hadn't realized back then. That I guess those feelings mean more to me now than they did when I was little. Because this song I want to sing for you today is not a Christmas song. And it's not even really a religious song. It's It's about home. About home. There's a funny story I heard many years ago. Brother Dave Gardner, he says that he went out and he said, "You ever thought about this?" He went out in the woods with some lumberjacks out there cutting down trees. He said, "Have you ever heard lumberjacks cut down trees? They want to let you know, look out, a tree's about to fall." He said, "You know what they say? Timber." He says, if you listen to that squirrel, though, the squirrel's saying something else. He's saying, home.
No way.
That's really not funny, is it?
No.
Home. I look through old family photos now. I inherited all my dad's photos. I don't think anybody envies me of that. They said, I know I'll take good care of them. Got all my mama's photos. Randy's, I think he's got a lot of his old family photos. And I look through them, and sometimes I'm wearing guns or a cowboy hat, or I have a horse or a stick horse, and different things I got for Christmas, and a tree and tinsel and everything. But every time I look at them, I think of home. And when Terry and I got married, she had never been away from her mama before, her mom and daddy. So I said, she said, "I do," and I said, "All right, I do too, let's go." And we took off. Our phone bill just about drove us to the courthouse when we were first married. You want to call Mama. You're going to have to quit calling. I said, if you want to talk to your mama, it'd be cheaper if I just take you. So we went home a lot. Wherever I was pastor, whether it was in Tennessee or Arkansas or Ardmore, we had to go see her mom and daddy. We had to go home. And really, Arkansas seemed to be the farthest away. We loved our people in Arkansas, and they loved us. But what Christmas was really about, I guess we knew it, but it wasn't the thing we thought or talked about, but it was, the biggest thing about Christmas was going home. Going home. That's come to mean a whole lot of different things, and we've had home in a lot of places. And home changes when your mom and dad are gone. And even if they're about, if your grandparents are gone, home is a little bit different. It's funny. I guess that's what started this train of thought. Probably even a couple of weeks ago, Terry said, "Do you remember when we went to that concert at the Monron Civic Center back a long time ago? Remember that?" And he came out and he sang every song we'd ever heard him sing. And then the band was just wore out. He sent them all away to get a cold drink or something, smoke a cigarette, and he brought his guitar out there and he sat down. He came out into the audience and he'd sit down right there with a spotlight and put a microphone on it. Just him and his guitar. And he sang for us for the longest time. He just sang to us. It was just us and him. She said, "Do you remember that?" I said, "Yes, I do." That was a wonderful memory. Never forget it. There's a storm out on the valley, clouds are rolling in. The afternoon is heavy on your shoulders. There's a truck out on the 4-lane, a mile or more away. The whining of his wheels just makes it colder. He's an hour away from riding on your prayers up in the sky. 10 days on the road, they're barely gone. There's a fire softly burning, supper's on the stove, but it's the light in your eyes makes him warm. Hey, it's good to be back home again. Sometimes this old farm feels like a long-lost friend. Yes, and hey, it's good to be back home again. There's all the news to tell him how you spend your time. What's the latest thing the neighbors say? Mother called last Friday, sunshine made her cry. You felt the baby move just yesterday. Hey, it's good to be back home again. Sometimes this old farm feels like a long-lost friend. Yes, and hey, it's good to be back home again. Oh, the time that I can lay this tired old body down, feel the fingers feather soft on me, the kisses that I live for, love that lights my way, the happiness that living with you brings me. It's the sweetest thing I know of, just spending time with you. It's little things make a house a home, like a fire softly burning, supper on the stove, and the light in your eyes makes me warm. Hey, it's good to be back home again. Sometimes this old farm feels like a long-lost friend. Yes, and hey, it's good to be back home again. I was a little bit too young to remember Buddy Holly.